Hello, my dear friends. Today I will share with you the story of a boy who made friends with all the forest animals. So let's begin. Once upon a time, not so long ago, there lived a cheerful and kind boy named Ethan. He often went to the forest that was located not far from his town. It was full of tall trees, beautiful flowers, and various animals. And most importantly, Ethan was never afraid of the animals. Unlike other kids, he always treated them like his friends. One day, Ethan decided to spend the whole day in the forest. He took his lunch with him, which consisted of nuts and fruits. He sat under the biggest tree he could find and started eating it. Suddenly, a curious squirrel jumped on the tree and started nibbling the nuts right from Ethan's hands. Then a smart parrot landed on another tree branch and asked if he could try the delicious fruit that Ethan was eating. Of course, Ethan didn't mind. He even offered the parrot to take the whole fruit if he wanted. The bird happily ate the fruit and then flew away, probably to share this good news with the other animals. A few minutes passed, and guess what? Here comes the shyest creature that could be found in the forest, a little deer. She slowly approached Ethan and started eating the grass that grew near the tree. At first, she was very afraid, but seeing that the boy didn't want to hurt her, the deer relaxed a little. As the sun began to set, the animals gathered around the boy. There were squirrels and rabbits, birds and deer, and even a wise old owl. They all thanked Ethan for his kindness and for sharing his food with them. In return, they gave him their friendship and love. From that day on, whenever Ethan went to the forest, the animals would be waiting for him. The birds would sing their prettiest songs for him. The rabbits would play around him, and the deer would show him the secret paths that led to beautiful places in the woods. To be honest, Ethan felt like the luckiest boy in the world. He was only 10 years old, but he already understood that the most important thing in life is to be kind and helpful to others. One afternoon, Ethan and his mum went to pick berries in the forest. They were so focused on collecting the ripe berries that the boy did unnotice how he got separated from his mum. Suddenly, Ethan realized that he couldn't find his mum anywhere. He started to get very scared. What if he would never see her again? The boy sat down on a nearby log and started crying. The tears rolled down his cheeks. At that moment, a little rabbit that had been playing nearby hopped closer to Ethan and asked what was wrong. The boy told the rabbit about his mum and how he couldn't find her. The rabbit listened attentively and then said, "Don't worry, I'll help you." The rabbit ran as fast as he could, and soon all the forest animals gathered around Ethan. The deer, the owl, the squirrel, and the parrot were there. They all wanted to help the boy. Together, they started calling Ethan's mum. The animals were shouting from all sides of the forest, and soon enough, they heard a familiar voice calling Ethan's name. It was his mum. She was so worried about her son. When she finally found him, she hugged him tightly and thanked all the animals for helping. From that day on, everyone in the town started calling Ethan the boy who spoke to animals. But he wasn't the only one. After that day, Ethan's mum also became friends with the animals. She often visited the forest and brought them food. Once upon a time, there was a cheerful boy named Ethan who loved spending time in the forest. He always treated the animals like friends. So the animals loved him and always helped him whenever he needed it. They say that when we are kind to animals, they give us love and friendship in return. Do you agree with that? Let me know in the comments below. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of my next videos. See you soon. Bye.